Berekete. All of you, you're me, anybody, okay? If you guys are pathologists, people say we should use two, three, four, five pathologies so that we can have an average result. Okay. So please, if anybody wants to help with their pathology, I'm ready to work with you guys. Very simple. I swear you will see tons of recommendation. And we will not only have one result, we will have opposing result, which will now make us believe that yes, something is happening. But these guys, they went underground. They went to act like they are professional, they know everything. At the end of it, they messed up everything. And now they want us to be crying. They want us to be in the same chapter with them. I cannot do that. I don't mess up myself. I try to take precautions before I do my things. I know the result of the consequence. If I do it this way, what will it become of it? Am I ready for the consequence? If I'm not ready, I will stop. And that's why you see that I always speak, and I talk too much. Because if I have been speaking too much before, it's like I'm not speaking much enough. I complain a lot. For me to make all this so much complain, and yet they still came back to do the same mistake, is because they are evil people. People are saying, Papariano, you talk too much. Reduce how you talk. These people, they have heard you. They are doing the needful. One would think that when I speak, that they have heard me, everything is fine, they are doing the needful. But you won't know that there's evil in their mind. Anybody who is conceiving evil, they will do evil. No matter how much you talk. That's one thing I learned again. Because I remember when I was saying in the month of October, I was discussing with Confused. I said, why can't Mohbad father check the autopsy result? If it doesn't give us what we want, we can quickly do another one before inquest resume. Inquest has not even resumed. 4 months before inquest resume. Only for 4 months later for inquest to resume, and they take inconclusive there. And now we can't do anything again. And second chance can't be given. They destroyed everything. They hook. It's like a plan. They're gagging us. I'm telling you, people working plus Baba plus them, they are gagging. They are hooking us. They are hooking us.
Papariano,
It's a
how are
pity.
you doing? Papariano, how are
Yeah,
you doing? Um,
it's good. It's fine.
Papariano, I want to stand on today's day being um I think the 4th or the 6th of May, which is my birth month, and I'm ashamed to say uh
Today's fifth.
I
Today's
didn't.
fifth.
Okay, today 5th. Yeah. I didn't wanted to give you this flower. I didn't wanted to give you your stone because in my country, Ghana, they say if somebody is talking something and then if you later on regret, you should go and give them their stone. I didn't wanted to give you this stone, but I have to give it to you by force because I know how much I've been insulted for because of Baba on this platform, not even on this platform, but um, Wumi's platform, right? I've been insulted. My name has been going, and people have personally DM'd me and said some stuff about me, stuff that this and that, this and that. You know, I will not insult Baba. I will not insult Baba, but I'm very disappointed in everything. And I'm disappointed in the fact that I have to give you the stone. I'm disappointed to say that why is Papariano's right? That is the thing that is hurting me. If you see that I've kept quiet for a long time, I came online few days ago and you were saying, King of the South, it is you that I will be defending Baba. Do you see what is happening? So my problem here is that a lot of people, a lot of other platforms, they are accusing his brother, which is Mr. Muyiwa. And if they are accusing Mr. Muyiwa, so I went on some platforms and I've gotten mad and people were saying, oh, King of the South, calm down. And you have to calm down, just calm down. I'm like, no. If you are saying that it is Muyiwa that had um what do you call it? Uh, 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 what was Muiwa again? Come, he had uh,
Power of
uh,
attorney.
power of Anthony, right? If it was Muiwa that had the power of Anthony, and then he made all this thing. I've never heard, even in the Western world, there's no way you're gonna pay up to see for 60 million naira, which is or
60,
equivalent 60, right?
16 million,
60
yeah.
million naira, which is
Mm.
equivalent to almost like $6,000, right?
Sure.
Yeah, $6,000. So there's no way you can pay for up to see that
Not even in
amount
Ghana.
of
You
money.
can Google it, you can
Not
check it,
even
you
in
won't even see.
Ghana.
Not even
Yes,
South Africa.
no,
Not even
no,
in
not
Nigeria.
even in
It's
Ghana.
cheaper in
There's
Nigeria.
nowhere. Yeah,
It's like
there's nowhere in
$200
this
in
world.
Nigeria.
Yeah, there's nowhere in this world that you're going to pay for up to see, especially for a celebrity who have not getting. I don't know how Nigeria is taking this whole thing, but I think
But please,
Nigeria
King of the
government
South,
should know
before you
that
go,
this
I want
guy.
you to have more time to clarify things. I quickly
Okay,
want Anna Suko to clear something here before, because now we have more people in the house compared to
okay.
when these things was said, so that we can be able to purport the right information. So Anna Suko, it just came to our understanding that you were part of the people, or probably or possibly the person who recommended the pathology. How true is that?
Happy morning. Sorry, I just woke up. Somebody sent me a message and saying that somebody was saying trash. Like Papariano, hold on. Let me just start talking
Yeah,
first.
please just help us address that first. Your concern about that.
Obviously, that's some stupidity. Like, you don't know stuff about stuff. Why do you open your mouth and say trash? You
You know,
don't know
there's
what.
information going around, so people go around and
Okay,
they
but
allege those
information.
things.
If you want to say, if they want to pass information, say information from a factual point of view. Don't
We
say
can't know
what
who
you
we
don't
see.
know.
Anna Soko, let me say something, right? You should be appreciative that whatever that has been going on, in the head of some people, at the end of the day, it was brought up and it was cleared, right? Now, someone told somebody, and then somebody finally brought it out, right?
Okay,
But now,
Papi, you're not
it
going to
is
like my
out.
response now. Who the
Yeah,
fuck is the
can
person
you
that said?
address it? Mhm.
Okay, right now, first things first. Without trying to be polite a little bit, there's at no point have I had to recommend any pathologist. Now, somebody who would say that you're very daft and stupid, because first things first, I am not in the medical field, so I cannot be recommending a pathologist to Muyiwa or the lawyer. That's very stupid. So when you come up with, when you start spewing lies or spewing gibberish, first of all, engage your brain and think. I'm going to recommend a pathologist on what ground? How does that make sense first? I've never had to recommend pathologists to anybody. I think the lawyer put out a post where he was very clear to say that Odumosu said Muyiwa asked him to engage the service of pathology. So if you went to school and you read properly, how does that, in that sentence, how does Anne Asuko's name come up there? Are you daft? Listen, I know you guys spew up this, just in your narcissistic way, you start spewing up trash. You better keep that trash away from me. Do you understand? Don't do that. I'm not medically inclined, so I cannot be recommending pathologists. Papariano, you know I respect you very much. That's why, and because you said come
Miss
up, that's why I came up.
Anasoko,
Hey,
Miss
hey, hey, please
Anasoko,
don't
can
talk to
I
me.
can I?
No, please don't talk to me. I don't want to, I came to answer
No, no,
Papariano.
no, no. Listen now, I'm not.
No, I'm not listening to
Listen
you.
now.
Let me finish Papariano.
Wait,
You can
wait,
ask me a
wait,
question. Don't
wait.
tell me wait.
Listen
I'm not
now.
listening to you. I'm
No,
not.
no, I'm not part of
She's
those.
not fighting you. It's
You
not the
gotta.
one who
I'm
said
not
it, okay?
fighting you.
Right,
And he's
okay,
not
So
that's
fighting
just
fine.
you.
calm down, okay?
Right, that's
And
fine.
listen. I'm not part of those that brought up your name. I don't know you, and I
Exactly.
don't want to know you.
Exactly.
I'm just trying to let you to calm down, okay?
No, but if you,
I
but come
just
on,
want
if
to
you were, I know I
listen.
appreciate
Listen
you,
now.
No, no,
but
King of the
Can you
South, please
please
don't
calm
let her
down?
calm
Can you
down.
please
If that's
calm
what you
down?
want to say, no, please let
Can you
her
please
address
calm
it.
down?
no,
I
I'm
just
not
want
going to
to
calm
ask you
down.
No,
something.
no,
If
please,
you
no,
were
no,
in my
Uh,
okay,
shoes,
please
how
wait,
would
no,
no,
you
no,
be
no,
please
pissed
wait.
off?
listen, Miss
Will you not be pissed
Anasoko.
off if you were in my shoes? Will
Don't
you
calm
not be
her
pissed
down,
off?
No,
please
no,
now. Let
listen.
us
I
address this.
understand your grievances, right?
What are
I
you telling me to
understand your
calm down for?
grievances.
Somebody sat there on the
Listen,
platform
yeah.
and
Everything
started
is
saying
not
shite
calming
Can I
down.
can I
that I
talk to
don't know
you for a
anything
minute?
about.
Can I talk to you for a minute? I
What
just
the
want you
fuck
to
is that?
calm down. Listen, I just want you to calm down. And I know you are angry, and I myself here will be very angry if I had a situation like yours. What I'm trying to say is that um it is just a simple question, okay? And I just want you to address, because like I roughly say that, I roughly say this to everybody, right? If the streets, if the house don't sell you, the street wouldn't buy you. And it simply means that those that are in Baba's team are the ones that are saying, maybe they are the ones, allegedly they are, maybe they are the ones that are bringing up your name and saying that you are the one that recommend the pathologist. So if it wasn't you, just calm down, get the right source, and you reach out to them and get angry with them. And it's just a simple question,
And
like,
no,
You
please,
we
understand?
just want to know.
let her let it out first,
Okay,
please. Let her
okay,
address wherever it's coming from. Wherever it's
okay.
coming from, she
Right.
has to address it.
So, Papi,
Please,
as I was
don't
saying,
interfere. Go on, Anna.
Papi, as I was saying,
Yes.
so I'm not medical inclined. There's no
Yeah.
way I'm going to
She's
recommend
not.
your
She's not
pathologist.
Karima, please. She's different from
From
Karima.
what sense? And Papariano, the funniest thing is these people who come up and say all this shit, Papariano. When we used to be in that critical wankers, let me say critical thinkers, that's now
Critical
critical wankers.
curse. Is it like a
Right.
curse?
Yeah. When we used to be on that side, there's so much. Listen, Papariano, I don't, if I keep saying it, if any of the, if it's any of those people who are opening, wants me to open a can of worms, this TikTok will not contain all of us. So let me warn you, whoever came and said that shite here. You go and tell the rest of them. If it's you critical thinkers that are coming up and saying nonsense, we have a can of worms that can be opened. Let's just not pick the scabs of old wound.
Wait.
You
Are you
understand?
saying that they
You
have
get me?
you have many of their secret that you can speak out if you want
So
to?
let's, Paparino, when we're in critical thinkers, there's a lot of things that we used to brainstorm. It was a good, I'm not gonna fault it. It was a good group, right? We used to brainstorm and all of that. Now, for whatever reasons, that's passed and that's done. How do they now sit down and trying to come to the public and act like saints, and they keep churning and twisting things and trying to bring it all. And the first story they came up with was, because I gave an opinion long time ago before the pathologist result came out, they said, oh, and that I had seen the result. When they met with that pathologist and Baba Mohbad, according to lawyer, when they knew the truth, they had their mouth shut. They couldn't come out to say the truth, but they had spoiled my name, said all kinds of trash. That was not enough. The next thing I heard, one of the idiots came up on one platform and was saying some shite like, oh, what did they say again? They said, okay, that the post Odumosu made, that Yomi is a fake secretary. I'm his secretary. So they post some shite like that. And I came out on a platform and I warned that person. I said, let me warn you. You're just running your mouth like shite. If you want to go there, when they were talking about trying to get funds for this, or be all the payments for this pathologist, one of them, BioBillions, you were the one who had to pay for the DHL moving of the samples. As soon as I said that, I've never heard the idiot come out again to come and start saying anything.
Wow.
And I've kept quiet. And I just said, I even said on this platform, Papa, and I said, see, I don't want to open old scab wounds. Everybody has moved on. Move on. You feel that you are the one who is about. Go ahead and do your shite. I don't give a fuck about the justice anymore. Who cares? If at the end of the day we get the justice, fair enough. But you don't have to keep trying to make somebody, wind somebody up just to make you a bad person and try to be a saint. What for? Now, just this morning, I was sleeping, honest to God, Papariano. You've not seen me on platform for days. I just had the shite. And I was like, for God's sake, like, don't you stop? How on earth would I recommend a pathologist to a lawyer? Are you fucking mad? Like, how does it make sense to you? If the pathologist's name was Asuko, you would say, okay, maybe it's my family name. You understand, Papa? Maybe, okay, I have a pathologist. But even so, and why?
Or could it be because you're from the east, you're an Easterner, the pathologist is Easterner?
Cross River State, the guy's name is an Igbo. Papa, we're Nigerians. Cross River State and Igbo, are they the same?
No.
Now, Papi, look at it this way. For what reason? Why would I have to recommend a pathologist? Why would I want to bring somebody to ask what? I don't understand. What influence do I have over Muyiwa and the whole of,
I'm wondering. Me too, I'm wondering.
What nonsense is that?
Like, me too, I was wondering, like, when I heard it, like, I was saying, no. We've got to talk. We got to, hear that from you. Because this pathology cannot tell us the laboratory name. At the point we heard the pathology came from Ibadan, UCH. At another point, Baba said the pathology was coming from abroad. Can you imagine? Pathology is coming from abroad. Know that he went to do something, it's coming from abroad. They are trying to make the result authentic.
Papi, they know. Yeah? Put it this way. I don't just say a lot of shite. They know where that pathology was done. Baba Mohbad knows, Muyiwa knows where that pathology was done. That's all I'm going to say. They know. And nobody's saying, so if they decide, okay, you know what, we don't want to divorce, that's up to them. That's fine.
Well, in all of these things, right?
It's not my business.
In all of these things, right? They are just trying to separate Joseph Aloba, that he just gave these people and he knows nothing. And this is the game. The main reason why Baba Mohbad gave power to Muyiwa, so that Muyiwa can do the manipulation and he can stay innocent. That's what I see in this game. That's why wherever you bring any good idea to Baba Mohbad, no matter how good that idea is, Baba Mohbad will take it to Muyiwa. Muyiwa will jeopardize it. And Baba is okay with that. If you come back to Baba Mohbad, I took it to your brother. He didn't. Well, that's how it will be. Can you see the game? Baba will say, bring everybody to me. I'm fine. Everybody will agree. Oh, we are good. But in the next second, Baba is taking you to Muyiwa. Muyiwa will call Grexy. Then they will call their paymaster. Hello. Scamming, I'm telling you. You see, most of you foreigners who don't understand how scamming work here in Nigeria, right? Very religious people can scam. They scam good-hearted people. And they will all behave well, dressed well. People still don't understand the way scamming work. Okay? They are thinking everybody is nice. That's why most of you who are foreigners, I hardly have issues with you guys because I know you guys don't understand. When you see me holding my people's ear, dragging them, being on their neck like this, because I know what they usually do and I don't want them to do it in this case. They have no respect for themselves. First, some of them, not all of them. Some of them want to scam. They have no respect for themselves.
That's why I know now I have to be very careful. Yeah, because
your own good mind, you bring your own good mind from your own good culture, where you come from, you respect elderly people, or you want to feel for them because they lost their son, or you want to give them that respect that you give to a usual normal person. But in their own heart, it's thinking of how to make use of make use of your good heart. That's what is going on. And I condemn that. If you want money from the public, people are already supporting you. People even want to support you. Say it, they will give it to you. But don't devise a wrong method. Don't say a whole 70 million people cannot ask how you spend it because you lost your son. Did we come here because we just want to contribute? If that was the case, then we won't waste our time. We won't be having enemies we shouldn't be having. We won't be taking insults from people that shouldn't be insulting us. We won't be wasting our time, wasting our data. We won't be doing that. They took us through all this moment, and now they start disappearing. Since autopsy was read, Baba disappeared. I don't know. Since autopsy was read, Baba disappeared from TikTok.
I swear I didn't want it to give you this stone. I swear. God knows that I didn't want it to give you this stone. I wanted you to be proven wrong. But I'm disappointed. Like I'm really, really disappointed. And I will say, right, maybe because I was brought up in a Ghanaian home and I'm not gonna sit somewhere and insult Baba Mohbad, but I'm gonna tell him that this time around I think that he's wrong. He's wrong, he has wronged the public and I'm disappointed because he's someone that I took as a father, and I'm disappointed. I swear, because I even Thunder Fire, that lady, that white lady insulted me. That white lady blocked me for her. She blocked me for her page because of Baba Mohbad. I'm telling you, like I've been blocked in many pages, like even Temi's platform. I go there I just go from platform for platform, just listening, and when somebody is talking wrongly about him, and I have to speak up.
This out. There was a day on QH Radio, right, where the day light on that day, I thought that detested Baba Mohbad, irritating. Light on was speaking to Baba Mohbad, right, and he said, Baba, this the boss man that you are saying this thing to, okay, that the guy he left the state that he was. He was the one that it's like that took Muyiwa or sponsored Muyiwa or do something. He mentioned what that guy did. Baba did like this. I saw him on TV. Baba did like this. That is it the only one that is gifting him, that is giving him money? That's what it means. That then what? Is it the only one? The man feels so entitled. You understand? And this evil is not coming from anybody more than Gurexi. And I don't know who is controlling Gurexi. I keep telling you, Gurexi, right? That guy is a top. That guy, right? For Mohbad to deal with that guy, Mohbad know what he's doing. Muyiwa is still better than Gurexi. Gurexi, you don't see his movement. Only Baba Mohbad knows what is going on between him and Gurexi. I'm telling you, when you see me saying that Baba Mohbad, Muyiwa, Gurexi want to act like he's not even there. Anybody who is pretending, who is acting like, oh, I'm just normal. This is somebody sleeping Baba Mohbad. Sleeping with the man in the same house. We leave his own family house. We come to Baba Mohbad. All in the name of justice. And we don't see what he's doing. We don't see what Gurexi is doing. What else could he be doing to gag the man and to put him under hostage? Last time when I talked about people that had access into Baba TikTok account, Gurexi had access, Lagate had access. And I said at least 10 million naira was missing in that TikTok account. He's almost everywhere. But he acts as if he doesn't know what we're talking about. He's a useless human being. And I don't know why Baba Mohbad called himself a pastor and allow himself to be in the midst of this shit. How can this man come out? And you see, the man came out saying that pathologist said he cannot see result. From that moment, any intelligent person around him should say it's a red light.
So,
It's a no-go area.
Papariano, I came up with a theory, right? Allegedly, I came up with a theory. Because with all these things that has been going on, I wouldn't want to just put Wumi into the smoke. Wumi has done her part when it comes to the buying of Mohbad.
I heard this. She's not. Yeah, when what came Mohbad, that's where she is.
Yeah, when
she's
it
not
comes
clean
to
there.
when it comes to
And
when it
DNA,
comes
both
to
DNA,
what
all those things, stealing
yeah
Mohbad property, that's Wumi.
yes when it comes to what we really want to know about what pie Mohbad, I think I've come to the knowledge that, because I've heard, it's not that I like some whisper, right, but it's been on some platforms that you go to and you see that they are accusing when they're accusing Baba Mohbad about these funds. Baba Mohbad does not come out and say, "Oh, it was Muiwa's account that the GoFundMe went into." So he's the one that is supposed to come out. He has not put his brother out. This is where I started having problem with him. You understand? He hasn't come out and say, okay, this is where the GoFundMe money has been going to, and I don't know anything about this thing. So I'm saying I've come to some as a investigator, right? I come in to know that what if EFCC finally push it could be with do you know that in America, right? If we have like 10 persons that just go and report Mr. Muyiwa right now, 10 person, give me 10 person that I have that if it's alleged that Mr. Muyiwa is the one that received that GoFundMe, right? And if the GoFundMe is in Mr. Muyiwa's name, and then 10 person from the US go and report a fraud case against Mr. Muyiwa, this the FBI is going they are going to call him in. And the FBI, once the FBI call Mr. Muyiwa in and say, hey, and don't forget that Mohbad's picture was all on this thing, New York Times Square. So Mohbad is the only African celebrity that have died in the whole entire world. Let's not forget, Mohbad is the only African celebrity that have died in the whole world that have been displayed in Times Square, New York City, right?
Are you
So
saying Michael
if
Jackson
the
was not?
FBI,
Are you saying Michael Jackson was not?
I'm saying African,
Okay.
African in the entire world.
I will
In
investigate.
the
I don't think
same
so. I don't want to believe so, but just go on. I will check. Go on.
is the only go and check the
I
go
will
and do
check.
your research.
Just go.
But Mohbad is the only African celebrity that have ever pie in the whole world that his picture has been displayed on the New York Times Square this thing billboard. So let me just tell people that do not know, if like 10 people get angry right now and have receipt of what they sent to that GoFundMe, or even 20 person go and report what they have on that GoFundMe, and if that GoFundMe, the money eventually enters Mr. It doesn't even have to come from the US. It has to come from the all over the world, that they report to the FBI that Mr. Muiwa or whosoever received a money from that GoFundMe account, right? They are going to bring Mr. Muiwa in for questioning. So what if, I'm not saying you, allegedly, what if Mr. Muiwa now bring out Baba Mohbad's account and say he's transferred money to Baba Mohbad's account? This is the thing that has been playing on my mind.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue. Like, why would you transfer the money
That
to
is going to
third
be a
party
huge
account?
issue because
Say
the
third party
FBI
account.
is going to contact the FBI is they are going to contact what do you call it,
Access Bank.
the
That bank.
EFCC in Nigeria.
To
They're going
investigate
to,
it.
this is how, yeah, this is how what do you call it, what do you call this guy that was in Dubai, um
Hush puppy.
Hush Puppy. This is how Hush Puppy got apprehended by the Dubai police. So if the because people within the United States were the one that was doing all that scam, sending it to Hush Puppy and all that. So at the end of the day, if they eventually find out that Mr. Muiwa was the one that was receiving the money, and the money did not go for what it was intended for, the intended purpose, because they have just caught another guy that in collaboration with Nipsey Hussle Def. He's the biggest Compton the sister Crips in the US. They call him Big U. Go and search Big U. Now they have finally found out that he used his charity organization to extort money from people, from celebrities. And when you are going to LA, you have to check in. The meaning for check in means that you have to go and pay money to him as if he's the government of that state. And people donated money through his charity organization, and they found out that he actually transferred money from his charity organization to his own personal account. This is what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, if they find out that Mr. Muiwa mentions Baba's name, they say, oh, I also sent money to his father. His father, he got some money from all of this money. They are going to arrest Mr. Muiwa in America, and they're going to arrest God forbid, I pray that he's not part of it, but they are going to arrest Baba
Can you see
in
that when
Nigeria,
you're speaking the
EFCC.
truth, they come up and say this person is boring, but bring them up. People I never see here, they come with fake account. They say you are boring, just to they want to stop
No
you. They don't
problem.
like when
I've
people
been
speak the
insulted
truth.
on this same platform because of
Yes.
Baba. Maybe they don't know.
No, don't worry.
I love Baba. I
I've
love Baba.
muted.
I'm not
I
going to
have muted
insult
that
Baba,
person
right?
and invited
Yes,
him to
I'm
come
not
up
going
and
to
challenge
insult
you.
Baba, but I'm going to
Let
say
him
the
come
truth.
up and challenge you. I've invited him to
I'm
come up.
going
He
to say the
refused.
truth. If I'm boring,
Useless
a
face.
lot of you that even a lot of you that keep saying that whatever Wumi said on national television, it doesn't hold in court. Even the lawyers, you guys are dreaming, because whatever Wumi said on her oath and she said something differently in public is a crime. It means that she has never been consistent, and everything that she have ever said was a lie. Because if she said that Mohbad pie in the house, and then she came out into national television and said 20 minutes after they reached the hospital, Mohbad pie, it means that they would deep down. Let me tell you something. probably the Nigerian police are working with everything that we are saying. Maybe we are just saying, we are saying that the Nigerian police are
Kings
not
of the
working.
South, the
Maybe,
Kings of the South and the West. Just a
yeah.
second. Pappy, are you done? Do I need to go? Am I done? Yeah? There's nothing else. Do you have further questions or stuff? Pappy, should I go? Okay, thank you.
Can I ask you a question?
You
Can
said
I
what?
ask you
No,
a
no, no. You
question?
said what? You said what? Please, I didn't hear you.
Is there that?
Are
Is there
you?
any
Am I?
further
Am I
question?
done? I was asking. Can I
Oh
leave?
yeah, I just want to quickly clear that. Yes. Before you continue, okay. So please, whatever the rumor is coming from, Anna Sokoro is not a pathologist that she can recommend a pathologist. She knows, her rights and what she can do and what she cannot do, right? So, and she doesn't know like how her decision can even override the decision of Muyiwa, Baba Mohbad, Gurexi, and every other person, even Sanshit. For her to go bring a pathology doesn't make sense. Okay, so that was only a rumor. So please let it die down. It never happened. If you want trouble, in fact, people should just ask Baba. Anybody coming to say somebody else bring somebody, just ask Baba now. Ask them. Let them confirm it for you guys now. Are you guys scared? Are you guys scared? It is only a slave that will go around, asking somebody, a third party, who you did not pay your money to, how the person do anything. Ask the person you paid the money. How did you get this pathology? How much did you pay? Where did you do it? And then use whatever information they give to you to come and fight. Anyway, that is it for it. So that is over. So that never happened. It may be a speculation that has been going on, but thank God that it's come out and we've charged it. Go on, King of the South.
Yeah, Anna Soko, I will say hi, and then I've been following you and for a very long time. Maybe you don't know me, and maybe you know me, but maybe you were a little bit angry. Okay, for what you have said, it's very clear. So my question to you right now, for those of us that were very emotionally attached to bye bye. And for those that you think that is going forward for justice for Mohbad, what do you think is the way forward now? As someone that has, I know you are very intelligent person, and I think you are the daughter of a lawyer or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But what do you think is the way forward now for people to discharge themselves of whosoever, be it Wumi, be it Baba Moba, be it Mama Moba, be it Adura, and whatsoever? What do you think is the way forward for this justice? Because we are lost. I can say that we are very lost. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your accolade, but I'm not the daughter of a lawyer, by the way. But thanks, I appreciate your comments. And first thing first, let me apologize. I was getting wound up, and to every other person on the platform, I apologize. But it was just upsetting, If you put yourself in my shoes, you're sleeping, and someone just comes up, and you know how much they have started. They started rumors, and the damage is done before you want to get upset. Now that does not excuse my rashness, or if you want to say the way I spoke. So I apologize for that. That being said, back to your question. To be honest, I don't know. But you're on Paparino's platform. Paparino has given thousands, if I can say, I know I'm exaggerating, of ideas and way forward. And anybody who listens to him, if you ask Paparino that question on a normal day, Paparino would tell you in very simple layman terms the way forward for this justice. So it would be a disrespect for me to be telling you the way forward when I know Paparino knows the way forward. Most of the things he said about
No,
the
No,
justice.
no, 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 no. I don't know any way
no.
forward the place. He wants to know
Papariano could be
from your
correct.
experience
Yeah,
as somebody who is
Papariano,
being
wait.
with the team.
Okay, all right.
Papariano, just
What
a
can you
minute.
advise?
Listen,
Okay,
Anna,
accept that.
right?
Accept
Anna,
that.
I want to say
Okay.
this, right? Papariano may be right in a lot of situations. Um, Maybe I would just say that he's like for the month that he's, because I believe in zodiac signs. I don't know if other people don't believe in zodiac signs, but you see Taurus are people that sense things before it happens. I don't know about other people, but I want to be very frank with you. Maybe he sensed things before it happened and stuff like that. I
He
have
could
that
actually
scene.
sense things, though. He's actually very intuitive and
And
intelligent.
you can't lie
Yeah,
to
yeah.
tourists. They will harm you till they finish
You
you.
can't lie. You can't lie to us.
You
Yeah.
can't lie to
So
tourists. They will
it's
harm you down.
ways. Yeah. We
They
sense
will
things
haunt you.
before it happens, but all of all have our own sense of own reasoning and our own sense of thinking. So sometimes people will say that I'm a Taurus born, by the way. May 16th. I'm May 16th. So so sometimes Papariano didn't understand. He didn't understand why I contact I get engaged with him in a certain way sometimes because we don't have our feelings. We say what we feel. We are not afraid of who get hurt, but we're gonna say the truth as it is. So with what you said right now, right? We just want your own perspective of what you think is the way forward, not Papariano's way, not my way, in a clear view, in a general view, and what you think. And we want to ask those that are on the comment sections, let us. I think this is the time that okay, there's a movement going on right now with Ibrahim Traoré. So we're seeing that there's a new beginning of Africa. Africa is stepping out of colonialism. So let us step out of our own mindset and ask ourselves, do we want this justice for Baba Mohbad, or we want this justice for this boy that is laying down in the morgue, that is passing all around, that is giving everybody a sleepless night, that is making everybody not thinking right, and everybody is restless. He wants to go and rest, but until he can go and rest, he's asking for true justice. He knows that this is not the nurse that's by him, because if it was the nurse, trust me, everybody will go at ease and say, ah, this thing have make sense. So it is the nurse that buy Mohbad, and everybody will go at ease, and this whole story will we die. But eventually, this guy, he is not resting, and he's not gonna rest. He's angry with his family. Let's be frank. The father that he have sung about, kudos for him, but he might be disappointed in his father right now. And I feel that spirit. That in I feel that in me right now. I feel that in me right now. I'm not gonna join anybody to insult him and call him names and stuff. But where he has done wrong, I'm gonna say that Baba have done he have destroyed justice for Mohbad. And I'm sick. I'm sick on the other side. Wumi is not somebody I'm never gonna believe. I'm never gonna believe Wumi today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, even if I was on my dying bed, God forbid, I wouldn't believe Wumi. But I wouldn't want to say that she's right. I wouldn't. I don't want to give her that stone. But it's like Baba is portraying some stuff that I wouldn't. I didn't think that he was going to go to that place, right? But even when people define his music, and I mean, they interpret his music and say he's saying that those that are fighting for justice should not talk plenty. They should just let him have his peace. If Wumi is not having peace, what make you think that you, Baba, you're gonna have peace? If you are not going the right way, you're not gonna have peace. So my advice to Baba, for those that know me, that I know that I've stood up for Baba, I'm not gonna stand up for anybody anymore. This is gonna be for that poor guy in the mortuary right now. It's gonna be for Mohbad. It's not because it's because of Mohbad I joined this justice for Mohbad anyways. It's not because of Baba or because of anybody. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this clear: is that I'm gonna fight for this poor boy that is in the morgue, and I'm gonna bring out. I didn't want to do this, but it means that I will have to visit Baba interviews from day one to to now, and then I'm also gonna do a documentary on that. I'm sorry, but we have to find out the truth, and we're not gonna leave any stone unturned. We are not going to leave anything unturned. I'm not going to be the one that will ever
Once you
insult
do
Baba.
any documentary on him, just quote him by fact. Play it what he
No, I'm
say.
gonna the same way
But
that I quote
yeah, but
Papariano.
don't
Wait,
forget, don't
the
forget.
same way.
Once
Listen,
you quote
Papariano,
Baba, they will come for you.
Papariano.
Just
I'm
know
not
so.
following your lead. I'm not following your lead. I'm gonna do it exactly that I did with Wumi, right?
That's that.
I'm gonna
Just know they
start
will
from
come
the
for you.
beginning.
Be ready. Be
And
ready
what
for
is
them. They will
no
come for you.
problem. I'm not listen. I'm not a Nigerian, and if even I was a Nigerian, I'm gonna stand for the truth, right? This is the time that everybody is awakening. If you are not awakening, it means that you've been dead since 1992, or during the time of our old leaders now, like my president in Liberia now, which is old like nobody's business, Boakai. And I'm going to say, what do you call it? The president Tinubu, Uganda president, and all those old presidents. This is a new generation. I think we are the ones, those of us that were born in the 80s, 90s, and especially the 90s. We are the ones that are supposed to, they are supposed to elevate those that are born in the Gen Z to make sure that they end up handling the country the right way, that we don't have certain situation like this, that a parent is going to collab with anybody, or a family member is going to collab with anybody because the person has influence, that they're going to buy their child and just go on free, or rape their child and say, oh, this is a family matter, make we bring him to the house, make we talk him, because I know say my son rape your daughter, please make her take responsibility. No, let my son or my daughter take punishment for what she have done in this life. You understand? And when she comes out from there, she knows that it is time to make the generation a greater one. So I'm sorry to say I didn't want I've been holding this for a very long time, but I guess I have to do this. I'm sorry to anybody that will be offended, but we are not leaving any stone unturned. We're going to search in everybody,
And can I
because
quickly address Aduke? Aduke,
yeah,
this
yeah,
one is for you right now. Okay, please know something. Um, Anybody can petition anybody. Petition is writing a letter to an authority, law enforcement authority, asking them to address a particular concern. You can write it through your lawyer, you can write it by yourself. You can write it through a foundation, you can write it by yourself. Okay? But what is wrong of any individual? It is to allege in any public document that something legally, something that's supposed to exist legally, exists without it existing. You can be punished for that, for perjury, for false information. For example, the issue that just passed, which we have addressed, the African TV issue, there was a petition. They said that African Television said African Television, a registered foundation under CAC, okay, hereby make this petition. That's wrong. He can be punished for that, because now they will check this foundation hereby registered, right? Now show us where you're registered. If you can't show it, that's problematic. That is the offense. Sure, you get. So I hope you understand that. Do you understand that, okay? All right. Because I think you are trying to know, when we say that some people are right in some areas, like in the areas of where we come in between Yomi and African TV, if that was what they were going to have at him, even African TV was already showing that sign. You see, you don't push people when you know they are wrong. When you are right, you fight a good fight. You fight a good fight when you are right. But a wrong fight is when you know you are wrong and you are fighting. That's wrong. That's wrong. But ever since then, right now, there is rest of mind. Everybody is fine. You guys who are pushing them, yet you guys are not still fine. But they who right now, they are off the cliff. There is no longer a problem in their head. They are relieved. And you guys are still revising the issue. You are still dragging it. Please, you guys should stay from that. All right. Nobody should use any unregistered foundation to be doing anything, especially while on writing. You know, on writing to be boasting that this don't do that. Everybody is not illiterate. Okay, nobody may check it. Fine. In a serious country, they will check all those things. But in an unserious country, you can get away with it. But the day anybody will bring it out and will make it a real issue, you will suffer for it. A crime of 20 years, if you are caught, you can pay for it. Anyway, yeah. With that being said, I think we can
Thank
ride
you.
on.
Yeah, Papariano, thank you so much. So I'm just gonna conclude and say that at the end of the day, anybody, I'm looking for the true justice. I've been Mohbad fan since the first day I've listened to his song, and I'm fighting for the true justice for Mohbad. So I'm gonna try my best and do that documentary.
People like they're
And
already investigating before they drag you that you are partly Ghanaian, you are partly Liberian.
yeah, no, anybody, yeah.
Oh my,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
already get it. You like
Call
problems.
me, call me. I'm
Anyway,
an African. I'm an African. I'm an African, by
maybe
the
I
way.
think
I'm
you're
an
an
African.
activist, right? It's like you're an activist. Me, I'm not an
Yeah.
activist.
I've been an
Me,
activist
I'm
in
not.
my country.
I don't. Maybe, like as I said, something can later push me. Something have to push me because one, I'm in my comfort. In everything I have, I'm cool, right?
Papariano, do
I
you
don't do
know
my
that I see
business.
something coming? Papariano, do you know
Hmm?
if I see something coming? I see something coming, right? I see something. There's a move coming in Nigeria.
Hmm.
But if the individual want to take the stand, I see there's a movement coming with VDM,
I
very dark
also.
man.
Yeah.
There's a
Sometimes
movement
it may
coming with
not
that
even it
guy.
may not even be who
Let me
you're
tell you
thinking
something.
about.
No, Papariano, let me tell you something with that guy. That guy, this is how Josh Weah of my country, right? Josh Weah became the president of Liberia. If some people don't know, you see, like Josh Weah, he was not an activist like the very dark man, right? But during the war, Josh Weah, as a footballer, he went to the war. He picked people, he paid for ship to be able to take people from Nigeria to Ghana, to all those neighboring West African countries like Ivory Coast and the rest, right? And and you know our leader at that time, Charles Taylor, who even brought the coup in Liberia, he now look at the judge and he say, this little boy, if I don't buy this little boy, is this little boy he want to become, he will become a president one day in this country. And definitely he was right that at the end of the day, George Weah became the president of Liberia. So all what I'm saying, there's a movement with very dark man, and that movement, if you and I think if a very dark man will be the next president, he doesn't have to be the next president, but even if he become a senator, if he become a senator in Nigeria, if he become a senator in Nigeria with a high ranking position, a lot of things will change in Nigeria for the best. And very dark man will
I
become,
don't think president for now because the years to
yeah,
become
no, not
president, the
president for
age
now,
is,
but senator,
yeah.
senator
You
or
cannot be
senator.
president, I think, in that age.
Yeah,
The age
senator. He
is.
might become. He might become the next Ibrahim Traore for Nigeria. And I see that if a very dark man become the president of Nigeria, I'm a foreigner. I don't know him. I don't know him personally, but I'm gonna say that
But don't
if
forget,
he
Nigeria
becomes
is
the
not a very
president,
small country. It's very big with many
I know
champions.
if Nigeria is very big, but what I'm saying, if and he has the youth, don't forget that he has the youth. He has a lot of the elders. If very dark man becomes the president of Nigeria, he will become the next Ibrahim
I hope
Traore.
so.
I'm
I
telling
hope
you,
truly. See, wait. There's
Nigeria is
one you
going
have
to be the
there's
the
one thing you have
actual
to understand, right?
superpower.
I understand that as well, but I just hope that he can go into politics. It's a different vibe. It's one thing to be an activist and people like you for that. And another thing to go into something else, politics. People may not like him for that.
Yeah, I agree with
Alright.
you, right? I agree with you.
So,
But you
but I
say
think him
you
right
you
now,
know this
he
saying.
should start from his own state. like he's from Edo State, right? If he starts from Edo State, can he be governor of Edo State to start with?
I
I,
think he can be the best. I think he can be the best governor. You know why I think
I
he
hope
can be
so.
the best
I
governor?
encourage
They
more
say,
people, many young people to come into politics,
yeah, you
especially the
know why I say he
activists.
can be. Yeah, you know why I say he can be the best governor? Because number one, he's starting. He has not embezzled the little what he has. You understand? He came from nothing, and he has a foundation that he's not ripping up the foundation. He could have been giving that foundation money to his parents, making them live lavish life. But you can see him; he's a stay ordinary person. He's doing a lot of things in his own ways. You understand? And I feel that if he
And don't
becomes the
forget,
governor,
a king is not welcome in his own hometown.
no problem. I think even Ibrahim Traore was not welcome in his own town. But as
Traore
time
is
went by,
different.
the
Traore
people.
own is a coup by force.
Yes, but he did. You know the good thing about Ibrahim Traore, we had a coup in Liberia, right? We had a coup in Liberia. Thousands, millions of people died from that coup, right? But Ibrahim Traore, he went silently with the army and just overthrew just the president, and still still maintain peace and order.
You know, king
You
of the
see, at
south.
the end of the day,
There's one thing,
nobody
right?
suffer
There's one thing that they may use
casualties.
to, things that they will use to drag very dark man, right? One, women. I don't know whether he will win their hearts, okay? Because the DNA stuff.
Papariano, even
Just please wait,
Donald Trump has
just wait,
been dragged for women.
just please wait. One, women, when it comes to DNA, well, which very dark man he went that route, that angers some of them. Secondly, uh, people who are very religious, they claim that he spoke to the leader of their religion. You know, religion is very serious in Africa,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I remember.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, something
So,
like that.
one, and also culture, right? The things people do, people say, he speaks and mentions these things sometimes. So, but in politics, you cannot be against anything people appreciate. You have to, even if you don't like it, you have to play the game. So, people who are very blunt sometimes, they hardly find their way there because people will mistake, like people will not just, they will not be appealing.
Yes,
Mariano.
Papariano, I agree with you, right?
King of the South.
Jag, 1 minute. Jag,
No,
1 minute. I
okay,
beg.
okay.
1 minute. I will let you speak 1 minute. Papariano, you are right in everything that you said right now. But do you know now the new generation does not go by religion. It's not about us that were born those time. Now the new generation, those Gen Z generation, have you seen a lot of Muslim little girls, a lot of Muslim have come out to say that they should free the very dark man. So let me just say this:
Because all
at
of
the
those
end of
things
the
you are
day,
saying, right? All of those things
mhm,
you are saying, believe me, you don't even know who is motivating them. When it comes to politics, there are people, it's like everybody control their people. Every religion, even if their children are not religion, that time their children will listen to their father because that's what sustain their resources.
okay,
Right? When they
Jack,
tell them go this way, they go that way. It's more monopolized. People are not free thinkers, they're not free yet. So again, until we get to that point where people can go against their father, their mother, irrespective of whatsoever, and put the interests of their country first. Are we there? I don't think so. Maybe we are there, but we have to test it and see
Good morning, Papariano. Good morning, King of the
what's
South.
going on.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. King of the South. Yeah, I actually came up because of some things that you have said, and I'm gonna dwell on them. But it's not an attack anyway. Don't say it's an attack. But I just
no,
want
no,
to. Yeah,
let my brother go on. We will engage
yeah. I
and
know.
understand each other as intellectual people. So
I
go
know.
on, my brother.
I know. Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna dwell on maybe probably the one that you said that now that you admitting that Baba Mohbad destroyed justice, it did this, it did that. Look, even though you say you're not gonna call him name, I understand. But the thing is this: if you ask me, I'm gonna say that it's not really Baba Mohbad that destroyed justice. I would say that you, the supporters, because I remember once on Thunderfire's platform, I was analyzing the whole thing I was talking about Baba Mohbad, and I remember the way you came up. You know, you were exploding with so much emotions, to the point that Thunderfire had to drop you that day. You know, to be honest, if you want to be honest, you guys destroyed the justice, not him, because you all were the soldiers, the foot soldiers everywhere, telling the people not to ask questions, not to talk about him, not to mention his name, not to to keep romancing his name. So that is wrong. This is not, let me tell you something, because I understand that you are African as well. Maybe because I have killed those African side of me. So I'm thinking like the way a normal person should think, like anybody who's just normal, like be normal. Like don't forget about traditions, forget about all of this culture and all that. We're talking, if we're talking about wedding ceremony, it's different. But we're talking about homicide. You have to deal with it the way it should be that way, by not pitching your camp with any of the people involved, whether the parent, whether the brothers, the mothers, the whatever you call them, and the wife. So you see, so for me, that was why I used one narrative the other day. I said that you all created the monsters. When you made the monster, now you step back and you are pointing at the monster. Oh, you monster, you're a monster. Oh, he's a monster now. He's a monster, of course. Who made the monster a monster? So for me, I won't lie to you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that Baba Mubad, as a matter of fact, I'm seeing him as someone that has not done anything wrong again now. That's with me I'm seeing him. Because I'm beginning to sympathize with him. I'm beginning to even empathize with him. When you all have taken away your empathy, because I do not know
Can I
how,
ask a
how he's
question?
really. Wait, sorry.
Thank you, thank
I
you.
really do not
Jack,
know how he's
sorry.
feeling. He's a father. He lost his son.
No, no, yeah,
I really
yeah,
don't
Jack,
know.
Jack. I understand you. I'm not going to interrupt you again, but I just want to ask you a question. Jack, you have spoken well, and I'm going to take the blame. I'm going to agree that I'm part of those that destroy justice for Mohbad because I was blinded. I think I was blinded by love, and I was blinded by sympathetic minded. Um, so I want to ask you this question: has there been any point that I should blame you or Papariano or those that stand with Baba before? Should we say all of us, or it's just me and the rest of the people, and those that are still blinded by what they are still following? Should we say all of us? Have there been any point that you have also said that, oh,
Can I
Baba,
answer my own,
Baba
or you
was
want Jack to
justice?
go first?
Yeah, okay. You can answer, or Jack can answer.
Okay. For me, right,
But
Papariano,
let it be the
I
point,
have always.
Papariano. Let it be the point that everybody on this, me and you and this Jack guy,
No
and
problem.
those that are in the comment
I'm very
section,
fair.
we are all going
And
to
this is the
take,
difference.
listen, we are all going to take responsibility. We are all going to take accountability. We are now, let's go to the accountability era. We are now in the accountability era.
Yeah.
So
See,
there
for me,
has been a
right.
point where every one of us have, and if I'm wrong, if I'm right, just say it. Thank you, Papariano. You can answer,
Okay. Yes, I
and Jack
think
can also answer.
if we make it that way, okay, I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a relief there. Okay. Um, when it comes to like taking any blame for Baba Mohbad, um, I will try to find where I can take some blame, though I still cannot find because right from time, uh, things whatever that is exposed to me, I have always analyzed it, calculated from it, and see whether there is anything that is not right there, and then act. Uh, Part of it is this: I have always defended Baba Mohbad where necessary. For example, Baba Mohbad did not kill Mohbad. He came to the house. He was told about his son's death and all of those stuff. All in all, like it is not his fault. I've always defended him when necessary on that regard. But where I've always disagreed with him is been how he handled justice. since Baba Mohbad didn't handle justice in a day. He didn't just start handling just Mohbad. But the moment he started handling just Mohbad, I started pointing out things we should be doing, and he never did those things. And ever since then, I started criticizing him on those things. So I didn't support him blindly. And also me, at some point, I was against the GoFundMe. I call it GoFraudMe, all right? Because I find it disgusting. Berekete said he's a billionaire, that we should use him. He's ready. Okay, why are you guys coming for GoFundMe? So I was against it, and I gave a reason why I was against it. Because I was thinking inquest was going to end. So there was no need to raise any money for anything. So, but inquest didn't end. Then there was a need to get our own private autopsy done. And since Berekete was not doing it, somebody has to do it. So I had to support the GoFundMe. And I do not regret supporting the GoFundMe, because if I really want justice, and I hear that the GoFundMe money is going to be used to do autopsy and toxicology, it would be stupid of me not to support it. So supporting it is not on me. Supporting it is a good thing for me, so that we can have enough money. Now, whoever misused the money is the problem. So it is not, okay, now, if anybody wants to blame me for ever supporting GoFundMe, I don't think you want justice. Because let us assume that, okay, that we were given the opportunity to go do autopsy, but no money, nothing. What would we have done? Does that mean we want justice? No. So, Chantal, again, let me put it that clear to you. Please, if you really wanted justice, I don't know, please come up so that you can defend yourself in this, Chantal. Come up, please. I'll be very grateful so that we can quickly have that round before we bring in Jack and on the side. Please request. I don't like people, in the comment section, you feel right. When you're in the comment section, you feel like you are correct. But when you come up and you speak, and I ask you a question, you ask me a question, you are stuck. Then you will see that you are wrong. All right? If you wanted justice, and people are talking about contribution, are you going to ignore it? Then tell me what justice you want. Okay, so can you please say what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't want to come up because my background is not too quiet. It's a bit noisy.
We'll manage
this is it, yeah. And I keep blaming you for this GoFundMe. This is my reason. That was not the first GoFundMe that they have brought up to the public. That's not the first contribution they had brought up to the public. Okay, they had brought the GoFundMe before, and the money was contributed, and it wasn't used for that purpose. The objectives of the
no, please, no, never, please, never.
Hold on.
Mention one. Mention one. Don't say
why were you wait? The GoFundMe that was brought up was an old one. It was already on.
No, please wait. Chantal, please, don't say what you know. Let me give you that information, okay, so that will be helpful. In the month of December 2023, Muyiwa attempted to create a GoFundMe after moving away from Ada Foundation. After they shared the money, everything, they moved from Ada Foundation. Okay. Now he attempted to create a GoFundMe, which only $40 was contributed in that GoFundMe. Only $40. Okay. So now they were able to get Baba Mohbad to Berekete. So on getting to Berekete, we expected everything to be happening through Berekete. And nobody, it was not even in the knowledge of the public at the time that there was already a GoFundMe song with $40. All right. We come to know it during the process of scrutiny when they announced that, oh, they need a GoFundMe to do this, to do that, to do all of those things. And my initial reason for being against it was because I thought it was a scam. Because I was thinking the time inquest was going to end. But the inquest didn't end. And a lot of things were listed. And I don't want to be against those things. So and I support that let's contribute money so as to get those things done if I truly wanted justice. But for them not to use the money to do those things, it's not my fault. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Chantal?
Hold on, Papariano. Okay. Let me refrain myself again. Let me put this again to you. There had been a contribution to Baba. I'm not sure if it's through his one of those accounts. He had Wema Bank and he had some other account, isn't it? Those accounts were existing before the GoFundMe came up.
No, the Wema, you have to know what those accounts were meant for. The Wema account was meant for feeding, while the Access Bank was meant for justice.
Okay, good. The Access Bank account was already running before the GoFundMe, right?
Sure.
Okay, and we had problems with the money that was in that account. There was already some rumor
No,
going
no,
on
no,
there.
no. No, no, sorry, sorry. Let's make it. We didn't have problem with whatever money that was in the Access Bank. In fact, we wanted more money. They said the money in it was not enough to carry all of those objectives, and they wanted more money. So, and they listed so many things to be done. What do we do?
Why were you against the GoFundMe before?
I was against. I've made it clear. I said I was against the GoFundMe because of what happened on my platform. Gorexy and others and co were on my platform, where we suggested the outcome of the next inquest, the April inquest, that what if it becomes the last inquest, because we're thinking pathology will only come with result and that will be over. That was the discussion we had. Then next, about few days later, they started sharing GoFundMe to my gifters, right? So my gifters were saying, Papariano, have you seen this GoFundMe? They were targeting my gifters, those ones that are gifting me lion. Those ones came to Papariano. Some people are sending us link that GoFundMe. Have you seen it? I said, I don't know about it. So when I saw it, I got mad. All right, and they all came to my platform to defend it. Lighton said she was the one. Moyiwa came, that one came. So they were going left and right. Andy, Gorexy, they were running left and right. And I was saying, what was the objective of this thing? Why didn't you guys announce it publicly? Why were you showing to people on the ground? And Lighton was taking responsibility that it was meant for her friends in the restaurant. I said, that's not proper. This is a public case. Your friends are not the only one to donate. Is it like a way of you to get your own money, or is public money? Is it what you want to do? Is it what public want, or is what is personal to you? So, like, we had to resolve it, and then they put it under control. They now went to tell Baba Mohbad to now go out to make it official, to announce it that yes, GoFundMe is needed. So Baba Mohbad did that. So, and I was against it previously because of the conversation that we had, that how can we discuss that inquest is ending, and suddenly you guys bring up GoFundMe. Where is Berekete? No longer there. Why can't you guys go to Berekete? So I was asking those kind of questions, and I told people that, guys, even if we contribute anything, we have to wait until inquest comes and go. If inquest comes and it's not the end and it's not the last inquest, then at that moment I will support it. I will support the cause. And when inquest came, it was not the last one. So, and I was intrigued. Wahab Shitu, like, he was a little bit more active than Odumosun Dora. So, which I appreciated, and I said, yes, why don't we support like this cause to do autopsy toxicology? So, calling for the support is a good thing because I wanted justice. We paid money, and I also paid my own money. But for them not to use our money to do the rightful thing, I think we should be holding them responsible, not we who wanted justice to support it. But people that were supporting Baba Mohbad, who were not ready to listen to the other options of justice. For example, we were saying other people should come into this case so that they can be transparent, they can be competition. Other foundations, other lawyers should come into this case. But there were people who were against those moves. So those people, I think they were a little bit too extreme for them to just be too one-sided. Them being one-sided right now lead us to all of this that we're into. If everybody has been brought up in board, everybody has been working together, we would have solution from different places. What we need is solution. It must not come from one person. But they destroy all these different means. They call people different names.
Okay, Papariano, I have 3 reasons why I am against you. You've explained one, because I had the impression that we had made some contributions to the Baba team and they hadn't used it for the purpose. Why were we contributing again?
There was no purpose at that time. Now get something. There was no purpose at that
time.
I'm
gonna still verify that. I'll go back into that and do my verification, and then I'll come back to you. Okay.
Please, yes, do your verification. That would be helpful.
Yeah. So that was my first reason.
Knowledge.
And then my second reason is because Berekete had advised us not to do contributions. Okay? And you still went ahead and you were against it. You're talking against all of the something. They came to your platform, they cajole you, then you contributed money and influenced people to contribute. So for me, I do not still agree with that. Everybody's
no, again, please, well, let me correct that before you go to the third one. Okay? Again, okay? I, Papariano, I was already dragging Berekete, and I was against the nonsense activity of Berekete. Their father Berekete was not doing his autopsy. I was already frustrated with Berekete. I was looking for how a private one can come up, how we can quickly do a private one. And they were choking me. They were telling me that since Berekete is not doing it, if they have to do it, is it not money they will use to do it? So what do you want to do? If Berekete doesn't want to do it and it's not doing it today, imagine Papariano was waiting for Berekete and money was not contributed. So is this how it would have been? So it was better to contribute money to have another one that we can depend on. But people that we contributed money to, they can't even tell us the laboratory name, talk less of the country where it was made. So they are the problem, not those of us who wanted justice.
Berekete has said he's a billionaire, whatever doing. There was still a bit of conflict. People were saying that maybe he's doing it behind, because people were saying that
till today, did he do anything? Till today, did he do anything? Let's say we have trusted him till today. Tell me what changed.
We have trusted him till today. He hasn't done. Baba's seen to today. They haven't done. I'm saying
okay, no, but I would have better pay my money for somebody to try something than to sit quiet, right, and nobody try anything. At least Baba Mohbad, they went to try the autopsy. Whatever result they bring, I mean, we can choose to believe it, we can choose to disagree with it, but at least they brought something. And we are trying to verify what was brought. I think for me, that is still better.
Hold on, I'm giving you my reasons why. Because then it was back then, so we're still voting on Berekete. We hadn't completely eradicated Berekete. Okay, people were still having some confidence in that he has.
You said I have not eradicated Berekete. Me, I have not.
No, I said during then we were still contemplating on Berekete on this platform.
No. In the month of April, I have completely. Okay, go on. In the month of April, don't forget Berekete came since January. April was when result has already arrived. I've been campaigning against him all that time before result arrived. I was not okay with him. I didn't even believe in him because he didn't.
Where was the GoFundMe brought to your platform?
GoFundMe was brought in the month of April.
But in April, was he talking about Berekete now?
No. Baba went to January. Baba went to Berekete the month of January.
I know. January, February, March, even April, people were still thinking that Berekete could do something. People were thinking that maybe he has something that he's doing without bringing it to the public.
You're not getting my point. I am saying that as at the time the GoFundMe came, I'm exhausted with Berekete. Because I was thinking that why the government is doing its own autopsy, Berekete should be doing its own. So that when government bring their result, Berekete will bring its own result. That's what I was saying. I was saying something should be going on concurrently at the same time. Nobody stop anybody. As government own is going on, let our own too be going on. Let Berekete too apply so that our own will be going on. And all those things were not done. And I wasn't okay with that. That's why when the GoFundMe came, I believe that Berekete has failed. It's not doing anything. So whatever option we have, let's just exhaust it. Let's use it.
My third point. By April, were you already criticizing the legacy?
Was I what?
By April, were you already criticizing the legacy?
Was I already against the legal team?
Were we already criticizing them? Where the things that were
I have been criticizing legal team. I have been criticizing legal team since they went to Berekete since January, February, on the basis that I was telling Grex, I said, Grexy, you guys have gone to Berekete. Why are you still having a legal team? To do what?
Good. Okay.
And then later on, they came saying that Berekete is going to take the criminal case and they will take the civil case. And later on, I said, but Berekete is not even in the inquest. It's not taking criminal case. Berekete is not serious. So I got fed up with Berekete because I don't see him doing anything.
Okay, so you got fed up with Berekete and decided to give your own trust now to the legal team that you had seen already that they were doing wrong. They were not doing so many things rightly. Is that correct to say?
You say what?
Which means that you were fed up with Berekete now and you decided to put your trust now on the legal team, which you've been criticizing and still fully well that they haven't been doing things rightly.
I was criticizing Berekete, but now I begin to prepare my mind for any other person that wants to take it. But I didn't believe that Berekete could do anything.
Wait, Papariano, hold on.
Get something. Okay, there's time I've advocated for the legal team to change. At some point, initially I was saying, why do we even need that legal team? Why do we even need it? Then later on, I was advocating that the legal team was not competent enough. They should change the legal team. And then later they came in that, okay, they want to change legal team, but they need money. That's when they bring some shit.
So are you saying that they want, wait, forget about, you're saying something else now. Wait, You're claiming now that they wanted to change legal team, they needed money. The money you contributed, was it for legal team or was it for Mohbad's autopsy?
They mentioned here that part of the money will be used to bring in some shit. So he will
Let's
continue
forget
the
about Papariano.
inquest.
Hold on.
So the inquest will not stop. That some shit will stand
Papariano.
and make the inquest to continue.
Papariano, you cannot come on your platform, or we cannot come here. We've been criticizing this legal team for many months right now. Okay.
You said
We
you
have
said
been
what did you
criticizing-
say? Wait, what did you say? Please say it again.
I said we have been criticizing the legal team for many months, even before the GoFundMe was brought up.
You said we have been criticizing legal team for many months.
I said we have been talking about the legal team now, criticizing their actions now, how they are dealing with the Mohbad case.
We started criticizing legal team since January 2024.
I was already seeing the role of legal team last year, not even January 2024.
No. 2023 we have David Fadile, Baba's lawyer. We're not having issues with David Fadile.
We
Yes,
were
because when
talking about, we were giving suggestions already to the legal team then.
there was no legal
Okay.
team, please now. There was no legal team. The only people that were giving suggestion, but it was a different man. That is David Fadile. We're not having issue. As of 2023 to December, we're not having issue with the legal team. We're not having that issues with the legal team. We started having issues when Odumosu got active and things were slow from January 2024. And
Okay,
that's
even
when
at that,
Supreme,
for
that's
me,
when
I
Supreme
just
came
feel,
in.
for me, I just feel
Supreme was never here. 2023, we didn't see her. 2024
for
January.
me, this is my own mentality in my life. Okay, this is my own ideology with the way I live my life. I cannot be expecting something different from someone that keeps giving me something I cannot keep expecting good or something different from someone that keeps behaving in the same way. Okay, because it was already clear to most of us here, especially myself, that the legal team for me was a zero.
Which legal team, please? You have to mention.
I mean, the legal team
Under
was
which lawyer?
like Odumoto was there now, and those working around Baba. Let me just say those working around Baba, the Gurezi,
No,
the
please, please wait. Legal team is only the lawyers. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on that, please.
Okay, legal team and those around Baba. Because they had an influence on the legal team.
Baba's advisors.
They
Okay.
had an influence on the legal team.
We have been having issues about advisors long time. They are not
Hold
legal
on.
team.
Papa's advisors brought in the legal team. So they have an influence on the legal team.
Sure.
That's my own idea. So let me speak on that line. Okay? So we cannot expect that we've been dragging these people, okay, the Muniwat and the whoever, the Moto, the Burexis, okay, and we'll be seeing how they've not been bringing anything to the public. Despite the recommendations we brought on this platform, okay, we keep seeing that they've been giving us 0. Every day is underground. And you still fell upon yourself that contributing money to these people will bring something different tomorrow. So for me, that's one of my reasons why
I didn't contribute money to Gurexi or to Muyiwa. Let's make that clear. I contributed money for the cause of justice for Mohbad.
Papariano, was it Muyiwa that came to this platform and they spoke to you that even got to contribute money to that GoFundMe?
No. Muyiwa came to this platform when there was issue of this lawyer. They wanted to bring some shit. They were talking about GoFundMe, that I should support the GoFundMe because everybody was almost on my platform at the time. All right. So, and I said, what do you guys want to do with GoFundMe? They were telling me nonsense things, that they want to be paying Mohbad in the morgue. I said, Mohbad in the morgue is paid by the government. Then they went to change. Don't forget, they updated that GoFundMe almost 3-4 times. Bukiji's name was not there. There were some that were not there. They were updating it. And even the objective, they even added more. They want to bury Mohbad. It was in the they added it. That so, part of the money to bury Mohbad in the GoFundMe.
The fact that you saw all of this,
because we cried.
For you, the fact that you're even bringing all of this up, does it not even show to you that there's something fraudulent about it?
I Papariano, that's what Shantan. I said that I had the feelings that these people were not rightful people. Okay? But I am not God to have 100% certainty that if money is contributed, that pathology will play game, the son will play game, and they will all play game. But I had the feelings, all right? But I don't think I can follow my feeling and jeopardize the whole justice for Mohbad. Our money is contributed. Our money is supposed to be used to do all the things we expected. Right now, we should be calling for what we paid our money for. Where was it done?
Moreno, in your heart of hearts, when you contributed that money, did you think in your heart of heart that money was going to be used for that purpose?
When I gifted my $200 to
Yes.
support the cost of the GoFundMe,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I gifted it in support of the cost of doing autopsy and doing toxicology. It's not because I wanted the money back. It's because I feel like it's a money I can give and not.
That's not my question. In your hearts of hearts, when you contributed that money, did you think that it was going to be used for the purpose?
Oh, sure. I when I paid the money, I was thinking that I was believing that the pathology will do the needful, especially if guided. If guided, and that is why I've been using my voice to guide them, that let us do this, let us do that. But people were fighting against me because I was asking, why is this not done? Why is Baba not checking the autopsy result? Baba, what is going on? Tell us what's going on, carry us along. I believe that I was paying the money, believing on the kind of person I am, that I will follow up. But we tried to follow up and people started fighting against us.
You will play the fool because I saw it. You played the fool. I said you played the fool here because I saw it. I was even on the comment section. I even said a request, don't donate because I could see everything was a lie. It was a sham. Okay, for me, I saw it, and I was so angry that you fell for that. The fact that I went and edited those objectives on the GoFundMe before I'm brought, you understand? That's really proof for me that these people are fake people. And you'll be giving suggestions to them before. You think that you give them money and you come and start controlling them. We have to do the suggestions to them. You have to do it, and you think they will listen to you then, only because you contributed money. So for me, that
I was thinking that like maybe they didn't get things right at the time, but in the long run, when we keep putting mouth, we keep talking about it, that something good will come out. I was optimistic. It's good to be positive.
Papariano, that's what I'm saying, that you cannot keep expecting something different from someone that has been wrong all through. That's you not being a fool.
I wasn't expecting anything from Gracie because it's not a pathology. Pathology is
I
was expecting something positive for pathology because I believe there will be pathology, and I believe
that's
there
why
was
you
a
donated your money. Good.
I believe there was a son coming, and the son was brought into the case. So I was thinking the son will do the needful, the pathology will do the needful.
The son, all those people are being controlled, Papariano. They're being controlled.
That's it. Like for them being controlled right now, I think the problem should be with them, not with me. Because I cannot read them, I cannot see who is controlling them.
How can you not read them? People that you will be talking about and suggesting to them, and they are not listening to you. Like not.
I am only suspecting. I don't. Where's the evidence? I'm only suspecting that something is wrong by their action.
Have you been suspecting this before? That's why you've been.
I've been suspecting. But how do you prove it right now? Now I can prove it because there's evidence.
Okay, now what the evidence? I've been seeing it because Papariano, because you've been suggesting to them and they've never taken to it. Okay, so for me already, that's a little bit. You can give that's already for me a red flag.
No. When you suspect
that's
something,
a red flag.
When you suspect something and you don't have full evidence, I think you still have to investigate further.
Yes, you were wrong.
Evidence.
Whether you're defending yourself left, right, center, you were wrong. I'm still gonna investigate if you had made contributions before the GoFundMe came out. I'm still gonna investigate that aspect and bring it up here.
See, I don't know what you're trying to bring out of this, but I think the needful thing for anybody who wanted justice is to give time.
Papariano, I wanted justice. Okay, don't come and say that you believe that anyone that did not contribute did not truly want justice. I've always been here from day one. I've always fought for justice, and I've made my contribution, even though I don't come up and say it.
Can I ask a question? Did you contribute to any of Baba's account? Have you contributed to any of Baba's account?
No, I'm not contributed to Baba because I have no confidence in Baba. No Baba, no confidence in Baba. Whether it's Wema or whatever those accounts they call, they have never sent a penny there. All those protests that have been going on, I've been there. I've done a lot of contributions, but I'm not coming and I'm saying it here because
maybe you know what happened, right? Let's say maybe you had a stronger conviction than me. You were much. Me, I was not 100% convinced. I was believing that okay, let there be a benefit of doubt. Okay, that yes, fine. With my voice, if I'm saying this things every time, they will hear me, and God will help them. Something good will come out.
Papariano, keep saying it now. Don't forget. Just keep saying it again. Don't stop. Keep saying it, okay?
I will keep. That's why I'm here dragging them. That's why I'm here.
Of course, keep saying it. But just remember that you always take that forward when they bring it up to you because you fought it there, and you make people to contribute, so you fought it to accept that.
It was needed. People wanted justice contributed. It's not by force. It's an
Papariano,
option.
you fought it. Just accept that.
They had an option. Okay, why didn't you contribute? Because you had a choice, right?
Not everybody contributed, but many people contributed. I did
Yeah.
not
So
contribute because I had a strong conviction
why
that you were
didn't you
not okay.
contribute? Yeah, because you had a choice not to contribute, right? Others had a choice to contribute, right?
It's not about choice, it's about conviction.
Oh my God. How do you contribute and you don't have a choice?
Yes, now.
I never gave now. People you should hold.
Some people might
People you
contribute
should hold.
because
Chantal, look, you are doing the wrong thing, Chantal. People you should hold are people that promised that they will give accountability however the money is spent. Okay.
Papariano, let me tell you
All
something.
I did, I investigated these people. I was against it for some reasons, and I was proven wrong that inquest was not going to end. And they
Papariano,
promised all of us. They promised me on this platform that they were going to give accountability to Chairman Crunchy.
Papariano, let me tell you
Okay.
something.
And I
If you live in
support
an
it.
area, if you live in an area where thieves are, you have thieves, and you know that if you keep your sneakers outside, it's going to be stolen. And you leave your sneakers outside, it gets stolen. Who do you blame? Would you blame the thief or you blame yourself?
Please, wait, look, please. It depends on how that area is. If I live in an area where I have a very strong, it depends on how convinced, how believe I am. If my belief is very, very strong, I won't even put my sneakers outside. But if I have partial belief, if things like that doesn't happen frequently, I have partial belief, I don't have much evidence, I will dry it outside.
Really?
I didn't have much evidence against them at the time, believe me. But right now I have.
So if you have the slightest idea that if you keep the sneakers there, they will steal it, even though you don't have evidence, you still try it there.
If I have just a slight idea, I may have a benefit of doubt and keep it
Really?
outside.
Papa,
Yes,
you're not
why not?
serious. You're not
Sure.
serious.
What do you mean by I'm not serious? Like there are many times where I have lost my bicycle before when I drive around. All right. Okay, but sometimes I just need to quickly get something. Maybe I'm in front of a Chicken Republic, and I'll still keep my bicycle there because I don't believe that it can just happen like that, because it's not something that happens frequently. It doesn't happen frequently. When something happens frequently, like right now, right now as we are right now, Baba Mohbad, Muyiwa, they cannot come out and issue out a GoFundMe. I will be against it completely because now I have strong evidence that what did they use the previous one to do? But before, they had not done anything for me to say I have confirmed evidence. But right now, not only me have evidence. Even if I call for contribution right now, even if there's a GoFundMe, people will not respond to it because they are not stupid. But then they responded to it because they were a little bit convinced by the fact that something will be done.
Anyway, that's you, Papariano. But for me, if I have the slightest idea that if I keep something here, something might happen to it. I'll not keep
And
it
that
there.
is you as well. That is you.
That's the difference. Yeah, that's the
All
difference.
right.
That's why
Now
I'm
we are
not
back
for
to the
that.
point.
Yeah.
Now let's
not
go back
for
to our
that.
discussions. It's not. I didn't fall for that. I did the right thing. Anybody wanted justice, and you hear that something will be done.
Papariano, I'll come back to this.
Go
Let me
for
go
it.
and do my findings. Yeah, let me just pause
Do your
for now.
findings. I will
Yeah,
be here
I'll
all
come
the time. If I'm faulty, I'll tell you I'm faulty. Now we are back. So, even King of the South that asked the question has left. I don't know.